It's Tammy from LOL Custom Crafty Creations, and I'm here today to talk to you guys about how to fix these lovely double chins. We have a lot of issues with MGA sending out these beautiful dolls that just so happen to have the plug put in not so great. So it leaves us with these double chins, as we so call them. So don't mind the drying glue or sealer, sorry, that's in there. I just fixed that for the wobbly neck, so make sure to check out that video if you guys have the issue as well. But I use one of these knife sets. I don't use all of the pieces, so it's not something that you need to get that's major for everything. I like it because I can use it on multiple of my different projects that I have without having to buy multiple different tools if scissors aren't working. But one of the things that I use, I like this curved one. It works pretty good. I like because it has the curve and you kind of get a little bit better edge, whereas the straight edge, that one is more able to actually poke and stab into areas that you don't want if you're not really careful. So, or using one of the smaller options is always a good choice. This is about like 15 bucks at Walmart, at most 20, but I think it's under 15. So you're going to want to be really careful because if you're not good with handling knives and sharp objects, I don't suggest doing this, for number one. And number two, if you shave it down to this point, like if you have to shave it down so much that you're getting into that neck hole area, you need to be very careful because if you do actually cut in or dwindle that down, it will not fit properly onto the neck for the body. So you want to be mindful of that. So if it's one of those that has really bad double chin, the best thing I would say is just to kind of round it. So let's see. Instead of making everything straight across on the underside, just kind of take the upper part off and then round it down so that you're at least making it where it's going to look normal and you're not going to affect how it sits on the body. So I always start at the front because you want to make sure, a lot of times with using these, you might get little different cut marks or hesitation marks. So you want to make sure that you avoid doing that, or at least where it's visible. So I always start at the front and make sure to try to do longer cuts, like one steady cut rather than multiple little ones, because that's where you'll get that hesitation look. So you're gonna get as even with the face as possible, and just slowly and very gently, and if you have a good knife or a good X-Acto knife or anything, it will go very easily and very smoothly. So I'm going to, and a lot of times I make sure that I at least go through it at the very end and just kind of very gently shave it, if that makes any sense, because you see how you're getting these little pieces, or I'm getting these little pieces, I should say. That's what will get rid of those hesitation marks for multiple cuts. So now that I've got that side, I'm going to do this one. And sometimes, because this one's not super bad, it's not gonna be a ton, but I've had some that were so horrible that there was huge chunks, and that's why I said about the neck, you gotta be really careful if you have one of those that's really bad. So I'm working my way around, and I usually don't do on the back side. I just get to where the visible portion is at least cleared up, because I don't want to cut more than I actually have to. And I gotta tighten that, sorry. There's that. So now that There we go. And see how I got like a nice little chunk for the shaved portion, and that kind of evened it out a lot more. So it's not going to always be and look perfect and flawless. We're only human, so there's only so much you're going to be able to do without having to completely redo that whole plug anyways. But as long as you get it to where once you put it on the body, it looks a little bit more normal, that's all that typically matters. At least for me. You guys might be super picky and need to fix it a lot more than I do, but my daughter is not nearly as picky. This is a custom for her, so, and she's not gonna make a big deal out of it. And one suggestion, don't be like me and try to fix the wobbly head problem and then try to shave the chin, because you'll get the little tiny pieces that I'm shaving off will go right in there. So be really careful if you do make that decision to start with wobbly head and then move on to double chin. But I would highly suggest doing the double chin first, just so you don't have the wet sealer inside the head that any of the little pieces could adhere to. Even if you get some in there, if you do make a mistake and do exactly like I did, don't worry. They're not gonna be big enough and thick enough to make much of a difference. But as far as that goes, I try to avoid any additional things mixed in as possible, because that part I am very picky on. Alright, so this is almost done. Let me finish. And just remember to always at least start right at that line where the head meets the plug, because if you cut into the head itself, it's not going to look good and you can't go back and fix that. So you want to make sure you're very, very mindful and go slow, and just be really steady as you go, because if you are trying to get through it really fast and rush through it, odds are you'll end up making a cut somewhere you don't want to. And that's another reason why I prefer the curved over the straight, because I accidentally have cut like a lip before and ended up having to toss the doll. But we all live and learn, we all make our mistakes, and that's why I'm making this video, so hopefully other people can learn from my mistakes and learn the better ways to do things without having to have all the trial and error like I did. And it's a little bit more on the back, because that side is still showing. Alright. Perfect. Alright, so now my Moana does not have that hideous double chin. So that is, in conclusion, I'm going to go set her back where she belongs, and that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching, and make sure to subscribe so you can be up to date on any future posts that I may make. And if you have anything that you specifically want me to discuss or show you guys, make sure to comment below. So also, you guys can follow me in my current projects, like my daughter's replica doll, the Moana. I've got plenty of other things I'm doing. I post pictures of completed projects on Instagram at LOL Custom Crafty Creations, and the same name is for the Facebook for a group, and the LOL Crafty Creations is my business page. So feel free to follow on any of those, or reach out to me if there's something that you want to see or talk about and discuss, because I am more than happy to do anything on a video or talk to someone in private if they have questions and want to learn how to do things. All right, thanks you guys. Have a wonderful day.